another Nimble video tutorial. So how long has it been since I've made a video for this project? Well over a year and a half. There are plenty of features to unpack, and I've spent time in Figma and improving best practices. I am very proud to announce the official release of a Nimble IDE. The software is currently on sale for $49.95. There is a monthly subscription to access the build server for $10 a month. This gives you access to build 10 times per day. But don't worry, you can use the free version of Nimble and build web apps for free up to 3 times per day. Today I'm going to demonstrate the free version of this software. As you can see, I've taken the time to update the login portal and services to support both MySQL and Postgres. In order to access the software and build service, you will need to register. The free version of Nimble includes a profile avatar so you can leave a comment. Comments from users are logged on the server and will appear every 5 or so minutes and shared publicly. The welcome interface and much of the look and feel of Nimble has not changed. So let's explore how I've been spending my time over the past year. While establishing best practices for this project, I spent the majority of my time in Figma. I learned that there's a new UI plugin called Anima, and it's designed to import components from Figma into React. Nimble is a visual editor, so I thought this would be pretty awesome if I was able to import directly from Figma into the Nimble IDE. Figma has a plugin called JSON Exporter. It allows you to export layouts and component into JSON format. I have that installed here, so I'm going to export this iOS 15 keyboard to the clipboard. This plugin is known to fail with document export, so it's best to export components or small elements only. Now from within Nimble, I've created an import Figma plugin. This plugin is still in beta status, but let's take a look. Basically, it opens up an editor in which you can just paste in the JSON data. Press Ctrl S to save it. This will start the import process. It will take a few seconds to import this file, but the keyboard will appear on the scratch pad. I decided to build this plugin just for fun, and remember, this is not the optimal way to build Nimble components. However, it is nice to have this level of compatibility. Nimble is clearly capable of handling pixel point accurate regions exported from Figma data. You may also notice that the icons didn't import. We can fix that easily. We just need to press Ctrl F to launch Font Awesome. We can now search for the Bluetooth and the microphone icon and replace it easily. This particular plugin has features to configure which layers that you want to import from Figma. It also can control whether or not the individual elements are grouped. In the case of this keyboard, each key could have been separated into its own element. That would enable you to drag them independently. I just wanted to add a bit more control on the import process. I hope it's clear to see that adding plugins such as this can easily extend the power of Nimble. So let's shift gears to the events of my personal life. My previous employer had moved offshore. So rather than rush back into the workforce, I devoted a few months full-time to finishing this project properly. It has been several years since I've even updated my resume. So while looking around on Figma, I noticed a resume template project. So why shouldn't I attempt to complete 2 tasks in a single action? This template project was pretty impressive, so I decided to replicate a few of them within Nimble for an online application. I will include all of the links in the descriptions of this video, as well as my resume and my GitHub repository, and even my Trello board if you would like to track the progress of this project. These are just a few examples of how Nimble handles static page design and widgets. While working on this project, I improved best practices. I've also created a data interface for Google type fonts and enabled nested div support for widgets. It was at this point that Nimble started reminding me of an engineer's version of Wix Studio. I also added a few more convenience features. For example, if you hold down the Alt key as you move the mouse over the divs, Nimble will highlight the regions so that you can clearly see them. Highlighted region boundaries allow you to select elements more accurately. Another convenience feature is the Click Edit plugin. By holding the Shift key and left-click the mouse on any of the text-based elements, you can directly edit the captions on the screen. By then pressing the Enter or clicking in the background, the changes are applied. The goal of many of these features was to reduce user clicks on the property panel. Now that we have a preview of my resume, we're going to build this using the free web service. As I mentioned, you can download Nimble for free. The free version allows you to build web applications 3 times per day. I'm using the free application for this video, so let's select Resume and click Build. Nimble will upload the resources to the service and then start compiling it. This process can take up to 10 to 15 seconds. Once you've received a success message, you'll notice I have one more build left for today. Once it's compiled, your app is hosted on my web server, and you have 3 options. 1, you can preview it in a browser. 2, you can download just a completed JavaScript file of the main app. Or 3, you can download a zip of the entire app, including CSS. Today, we're going to preview this in the browser. This particular application is designed so that it will generate a random number and display a random resume layout. When the app launches, you'll notice that the URL is hosted on my web server. It creates a custom session and project folder during the build process. If I refresh the page, it may display a different resume layout each time. Let's continue to refresh the page until the first resume template I created appears. The Figma templates served as an inspiration, but I made subtle changes for my personal resume. Before we close out today, I want to talk about mobile support. I took the time to build this mobile template using Nimble. The free version does not allow you to build mobile apps. You must buy the software. All the subscription fees are the same, but ordering the software will enable the mobile build target. Nimble creates mobile build zip packages that are compatible with the Vault Builder. Vault Builder is a separate service that can generate Android APK and Apple iOS installation packages. So there you have an additional monthly fee. In my next video, I will demonstrate a full mobile build process. I'll build an app, generate an Android APK within Vault, and install the app on one of my mobile phones. And with that, the Nimble version 5.1 is available for release. Please download and test the software, share your feedback, and tell your friends. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.